How's it going, everybody? It's Trainer GI, and today we're going to go through our box of inventory. This time, as you can see in front of me, we're going to go through the normal type stuff. Just like some of the other ones, I'm going to break this one up into two parts just because it's probably like 50 cards for each part. But yeah, there'll be a part one, and then the next day a part two. But yeah, let's jump into it. Won't be much different than the last couple. You'll hear me rambling. Some of you have already clicked off. This is fine. I'm just here for the cards. But all right, first up we have Chansey from base set. Look at the double swirl we got going on here. Double swirl bonus, right? This should double the price. Oh, triple swirl. Man, starting off with a banger. Man, that's some good stuff right there. I'll zoom in a little bit more on that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Obviously swirl premium. Yeah. All right, so we're a minute in. First card. Again, this is normal. If you've been here long, you know. We have the Clefairy from base set. Another double swirl. Man, these hollows look great. You know what's crazy? How cheap these are still. And I'm not saying that because I have this stuff. Seriously, it's insane how cheap some of this old back stuff is, especially in like 9, 10 grade. Got the Dragonair from base, PSA 9. Gorgeous card. Oh, man. Love seeing this older stuff. We have the Meowth. PSA 6. If you guys ever grade some of this stuff, you can look all day on these things. You can see in perfect light. You can pretend that the card looks flawless and then send it in, and it's not. But this is a perfect example. I did get some good grades on this stuff. You'll see a couple higher grades coming up, but, I mean, it's so hard to 9 and 10 on this. Great set. Just really tough to grade, just like the other vending series as well. We have the Pidgeot from Cardass and a 9. Again, I mean, 9's a nice grade in these. I mean, that, like, seriously, like, it's really tough. If you grade any of them, you'll understand. Nice Orby there. PSA 9 Wigglytuff from Jungle. PSA 9 Clefable from Jungle. Man, I love looking back at some of this old stuff. It's so good. Pidgeot. Oh man, dude, we got some really nice hollows here. See, the nice thing about this is this stuff's inventory, and while you look at it, I don't actually like go in depth. So to go back through this and like see each card up close like this, I don't know. It's giving me a whole new perspective and experience as well, which is nice. But we got another one of the Meowth, this time in a 9. It's one of those things where it's like, all right, you flip it over, like what's the difference between this one and the other one? Doesn't seem to be too much. Awesome card here, the Snorlax from Vending. This was like part of a illustration contest submission, and then certain people got cards. They're not like super rare or anything. They just got their own printing in Vending. There's this, the Poliwrath, and then I believe a Mr. Mime. But I think it's a good looking card. Nice Snorlax. Some of this stuff I gotta look over again, but then it's so hard to see through the case, and then you crack and try to resubmit, and yeah, it's not usually worth it. We got the Jigglypuff, Southern Island, PSA 10. Amazing set. I mean, you got Pokemon in the background. Yeah. Pidgeot from the same thing, PSA 10, Southern Island. Got Mew sticking out here. Venonat, Onyx's mouth. Interesting. Nice card. We have Spearow from the Squirtle deck. This is Japanese exclusive. Got the little Squirtle symbol there. I mean, I'm not a huge Spearow fan. It's cool. It's cool artwork. It's on top of a building. Not a lot going on there, but still a cool card. Another exclusive from that. This is from the Bulbasaur half of it, the Meowth, PSA 10. This is a Himeno. This would have been a nice one to get signed. Gorgeous looking card. ANA Airways, Togepi, PSA 7. Again, old back's so tough to grade. It's insane. That's why to me it's so crazy how cheap this stuff is, because you can't get it mint, and even when you find it close, it's still not good enough. This is a little different. This is a Meiji promo. Meiji is a chocolate company. Correct me if I'm wrong. In Japan, I believe these come like when you buy some of their product or something, and that's how they were given out. I could be completely wrong about that because I am not an expert. So if I am wrong, comment below and make fun of me. We got the P or Cleffa. These are cool. They have like a really textured background. I've never held one of these raw, but I would assume if you felt that, it would be pretty textured. And then you have this on the back. They're cool cards. Tough to come by, very low pop. I've had 110 at a Togepi that I ended up selling. Just full disclosure, it sold for $500 in a 10. So I mean, that's kind of the going price for something like this in a 10 if you so desire it. Now, I'm sure there aren't many people out there that do want that, but the ones that do, they usually have to cough up the money for them. Next up, we have Ursaring, PSA 10 from Neo. I always thought Ursaring was a great Pokemon. I mean, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, but I've used Ursaring on Neo. I don't know. I just think it's a great Pokemon. Teddy Ursa, pre-evolution's great as well. We have the English Chansey from Base 2 in PSA 8. English. Sorry, English lovers. We have the Smeargle Trainer Magazine promo. PSA 10. Tough grade. I mean, these promos from this era are still so low pop for what they are. Like I said, I mean, I'll say it for the 18th time this video. Old back is so cheap. Cleffa, Koro Comics, Glossy promo. Glossies from this era are so hard to grade. Nice card. PSA 10. And here's a nice one. PSA 7, Shining Noctowl. Oh, gosh, man. The Japanese Shinings. They did it right. Yeah. Oh, man. Nice card. Those are one of those cards that just doesn't matter what grade it is. If you're collecting them, like, sure, if you're a 10 collector, go for the 10s, but if you just want to own a copy, just buy a copy. It doesn't matter what grade. Favorite set of all time, VS, Faulkner's Togetic, or Togetic, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful card. Maybe not so beautiful of a card, but still nice. Whitney's Lickitung. We have Chuck's Granbull. Again, another 10. Nice card. Ooh, here's a nice one. Dragonite from Expedition, PSA 10. Gotta love me some E-Series. This is a cool looking Dragonite as well. Also Himeno. See, that's the thing. I keep looking at these cards. Sometimes I can just tell by the look of the style, like what artist it is, but this would have been a cool one to get signed. I don't know if anyone did, but if they did, this I'd like to see it. All right, next up, we probably have a streak of these here. We have Legendary Collection. I had a binder set of these once upon a time. They just kind of sat, and then I just figured I'd grade them all, so I sent them all in. We have the Tauros, PSA 5. A lot of people like these. I mean, I think they're great, but again, English just isn't my forte anymore. Pidgeotto, PSA 6. Then we have the Pidgeotto in the 7 as well. Meowth in a 7. Just for some context, I was collecting when this set came out, and I think the biggest turnoff for me when this set came out, and to most collectors, was, yeah, this was cool that this was like the first time they did reverses, but we had just gotten done going through having like base set and all these cards like so many times. Like we had base set, and then you had base set 2, which had a mix of everything. I feel like there's something else too. Then they had this Legendary Collection, and it was just like, okay, well, this is just the same art, and then you put sparkles on it. And I think at the time it really turned people off. But now, obviously, very coveted, very desirable set. And maybe that's why, because maybe it didn't get bought as much back then. But yeah, that's just to put it in context. I just remember vividly everybody being so disappointed that you bought this, and this was just sparkly versions of each card. And at the time, it actually felt fake. But, all right, I've rambled on that enough. We got the Tauros, PSA 7. Pidgey, PSA 7. Dratini, 7. And don't get me wrong, these look good. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, it's cool, the firework thing. I had these in a binder at one time. Look good as a binder set. I think that's the nice thing about this. Like, a lot of this stuff in a low grade, it's affordable. You can pick it up. You can either crack it for a binder. You can try to complete a graded set. It's still attainable. Even Charizard's attainable. I have it out here. It's actually perfect. This is sitting over here. Unfortunately, the Charizard from this set, she got the colored grading thing. I mean, I've had this for so long. I paid like maybe $100 for this, $50 for it back in the day. It's not a pretty copy by any means, but yeah, unfortunately, I got a recolor label. Out of all of them I sent in, this is the one. Probably was somebody's pride and joy. They wanted the back to look a little bit better, and they touched it up with a marker or something. But yeah, still a great card, great set. But yeah, there's a little bonus for this video. We have the Doduo, PSA 9. Another nice card coming up here. We got Kingdra, Win from the Sea Crystal, PSA 9. Tough to beat a crystal. And speaking of crystals, PSA 9 Celebi, probably, yeah, I would say this is my favorite out of all of them. I've owned all the crystals at this point. I actually almost had a PSA 10 set, a full set at one point. I think this was actually the only one I was missing, was a Celebi and a 10. And it just, I don't know. I don't know. I like them, but not enough to hang on to them. As I said to you guys before, I really only keep stuff that I really, really like or has sentimental value anymore. And it's good. And honestly, it feels healthy that way, collecting. Not to say if you have a big collection that's unhealthy, but for me personally, having a smaller collection of very important things has been great for me. We got the Nidoking, nice swirl here, gorgeous card, another 9 here. These just missed. The Celebi and this one just missed. They're so close to being a 10. I honestly, it could be one of those things where maybe if they don't sell at some point that I crack and resub. But yeah, you know, we'll do a little bonus on these as well. Got a quick look at all three as there's a light reflecting off them. But yeah, great cards, great era. Wish they would do something like this again at some point. We got the Togetic, Town of No Map 10. A lot going on with that holo. Nice swirl. We have the Blissey, Quapolis 7. We have Latios EX from the constructed deck, PSA 9. I actually really like these non-holo EXs, as crazy as that is. We have the Rayquaza EX from Ruler of Heavens. Nice card. PSA 9. Fortunately, didn't quite get the 10. It's close, but didn't quite get it. We have the Crobat, PSA 9 Skyridge reverse foil. Not as impressive as the Japanese one. Sorry, guys. We have the Farina's Flygon movie commemoration pack 10. Love this commemoration pack. Love all the cards in it. And this Flygon is absolutely gorgeous. Love Flygon as a Pokemon as well. Speaking of love Pokemon as well, I love Salamence too. The two kind of go hand in hand in my mind. Just from the same era, the same kind of style, like evolution. Just two great Pokemon. But this is a gorgeous looking one from the constructed deck. I don't know. Just does everything for me on that one. And here we have this Latios EX again in a 10. Just a great card. Don't get me wrong, in English, they do have the foiling on this one. This is how the Japanese one comes. I like the English ones too, but for whatever reason, it's different. It's different having it in a matte finish like that, and I like it. We have the Whismur 7-Eleven campaign promo. And I guess this one, I couldn't have ended better. No, I didn't actually stage this. We got the Dragonite from Rulers of the Heavens, PSA 10. EX era is just, I don't know. It's one of my favorites for sure. I honestly like just about there's something in every era of Pokemon that I enjoy. But these old EXs, you just can't beat it. But that about does it for this one, guys. Like I said, we're going to do a part 2 of this one. It just gets too long doing these in one video. And most people that I asked agreed that they said that over 15, 16 minutes is just too much. So we're at 13 something here. We're pretty healthy. We're getting there. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these inventory videos. I still have probably plenty of these to do. And I'll just kind of integrate them and mix them in with all the other stuff. But yeah, we'll catch you in part 2, guys. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below. But either way, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.